you doing? Can you just introduce yourself for me?
Hi, my name's John Patterson. I'm the Chief Executive for the Aboriginal Medical Services Alliance, Northern Territory, otherwise known as AMSANT.
Fantastic. So can you tell us why you sponsored this event?
Look, when we first heard that there was going to be the inaugural Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander suicide conference held in Alice Springs, we immediately got in touch with those that were part of the organising committee and asked to participate in it, because here in the Northern Territory, and like all other parts of the country, our increased rate of attempted suicides by our young people, old people, middle-aged people is increasing, and we wanted to come together here in Alice Springs, hear from some of those other service providers, some of those other organisations that are faced with this similar sort of challenge in their home communities and cities around the country, to see what models may be working, to see what plans are in place, to see if we can get some collaboration happening with those other organisations in other parts of Australia, to see if we can come up with an effective and constructive plan which we believe that will assist Aboriginal communities and families when they're faced with this terrible situation which many Aboriginal families find themselves in. So it's heartening that the inaugural meeting is held this week in Alice Springs. I hope that we can have a good, constructive discussion and hear from the experts in this field to see what are some of the opportunities and what's the way forward for those that are working in this field. And look, a lot of it does relate and will impact on Aboriginal community-controlled health services around the country. So it's important from our perspective, from AMSANT's perspective, that any of these programs or services that are developed and designed by the Aboriginal leadership here is closely linked with our Aboriginal health services right across the country, so that we hopefully can have a much better program and service that hopefully will achieve the outcomes that we're all desired and aspiring to.
Fantastic. What would be the one key message that you hope the participants take away from the conference?
Look, we're hoping that, I'm hoping from my perspective that we can come away with an agreed way or approach forward for the country as a nation, for our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Hopefully we can come together or go away again with some actions about how we're going to achieve that. For example, it might well be that we look at establishing a national Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander suicide group that can now work collaboratively and in partnership with other service providers and organisations to see, so that we steer away from any duplication of services, but we, identify where there are gaps, and that those that are, currently working in this space and got good, effective programs in place, that we continue to support them and maybe learn from some of the outcomes and findings from their services and programs that they're delivering to their communities, and see if we can replicate that nationwide with, some minor adjustments to suit, communities and states and territories to their, environmental, local, regional environments and working conditions that they're currently working in.
Fantastic. Is there anything else you would like to add before we finish up?
Look, I just want to say one key message that I want to convey to anybody that's finding themselves in a situation where they want to harm themselves. Please consider picking up the phone, ringing a friend, ringing a family member, ringing somebody that you can trust and have an open, frank discussion with, and seek that sort of support. There's other professional online support via other organisations such as Beyond Blue and other organisations such as that can provide the appropriate support and advice to those that may find themselves with this need. So please don't Don't think that you're alone. There's other people around, particularly, as we are all Aboriginal communities, we are about sharing and caring and looking after everybody in the community.
Fantastic, thank you.